My first guest this evening has distinguished himself in front of the camera, and now he is adding to his panoply of skills and credits by moving behind the camera with pen in hand, and I think assuming the manque of auteur. When you do it all, then you can be called a capital
You're not
A
allowed to call
auteur.
yourself an auteur, but
that's
other
right.
people
That's a
can
very
call you
good
one.
point. My first guest tonight is actually not Blake Griffin. We're not having any NBA players here tonight, as I told someone earlier. They were very excited to get a pro ball player's autograph. We've got something even better, and that is a fellow who has made us laugh and certainly has scared us and made us cry a little bit too. This is Blake Robbins. Welcome, sir.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for the drink. Thanks for the drink.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
You know, this is funny because I find that I'm terrible at any kind of handshake that involves any level of creativity.
Same here.
Unless it's the traditional.
This? Yeah, I'm
yes,
good with that.
thank you
I'm
for
good
coming.
with it. I just sold you a house.
Exactly,
handshake. There you go.
exactly,
Welcome
exactly.
to your
Just a
new house.
couple
Or,
anymore
yeah,
and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm same.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to be
meet
here. You just call me an auteur. That's
did.
sweet. I like that. I mean, you can't call yourself one, so.
I always find, that's true, you can't. I always find that
You
if you
shouldn't.
pay someone a huge compliment in the introduction, that generally the interview is a little smoother. Also, alcohol.
A little drink
Thanks,
and a compliment.
Patron,
Thank you.
indeed.
Yeah, thank you, Patron.
Yes. So let's talk about the fact that
Yeah.
that you are known for making folks chuckle now
I
and
am?
again.
Oh, yeah.
And yet for your first project as a director, a screenplay you've written,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to characterize it in any way at all. I'm going to let you take over. Talk about
All
the
right.
story, talk about the film.
Oh, I made the saddest film probably, you know, it's definitely one of the 3 or 4 saddest films at Park City this week.
The Sublime and
The Sublime and
Beautiful.
Beautiful, which is a reference to an Edmund Burke. Can't use that phrase. It's kind of a meaning of life. You know, illusion.
Yes.
The film is about a guy who has a horrible tragedy happen to his family, and then he is left with a moral quandary of seeking retribution or not. He starts to stalk the person he holds, and rightly so, accountable for the tragedy that happened to his family. And that confrontation doesn't go as expected. And then he slowly comes to, you know, a little bit of a realization, and then that's the end of the movie. It doesn't leave you much. It doesn't leave you maybe leaving the theater feeling fantastic, but the people that have seen it, that have responded to it, that I think are kind of talking the most about it, are the people that are touched by it, touched by the rawness of it, the grittiness of it, just how real it feels. I mean, it was, without tooting my own horn, I won't talk about my performance, but as the director, I'll talk about the other performances in the film. The other performances are phenomenal. It's incredibly real. I'm proud of the film. And hopefully people will get a chance to see it. You know, thanks to Slam Dance, you know, we certainly got a shot now.
Indeed. Peter Baxter.
Peter Baxter.
Good man.
Those crazy people over at Slam Dance.
That's right. So you don't
20th
have
year.
to talk about your own performance, but I do want to ask you about, because in trying to put myself in your shoes, I think like maybe I could,
Those are pretty cool kicks. Yeah.
I could maybe disconnect enough of the writing process to kind of live in the story.
Well, that's what I hope. I hope
directing
people are able
it. But what about the performance? I mean, that's when you can't hide anymore from the rawness of the story.
Yeah,
Talk about
thank
that
you.
part of it,
Yeah.
and having to, after all the preparation and time, to put it.
I've been dealing with some personal grief-related issues for a long time, and so that's why it became my first film. I had to work it out. Probably still working out some stuff. I lost a best friend early in life. My best friend in college passed away 7 years. 7 years when he was 27 years old. You know, 4 years outside of college. So I dealt with that. He was diagnosed with cancer when his senior year of college.
Wow. Horrible way to go.
Yeah, and my aunt was hit by a drunk driver when I was in college. She didn't pass away from the experience, but her life was forever altered. And I was a junior in college. It was right before Christmas, and these are some of the story elements that I deal with this other family in the movie.
And I can
There's a lot
imagine
of truth in it. There's a lot of truth in it.
Those things staying with you, staying a part of you, would be something that would be, and I don't want to say cathartic because maybe hopefully so.
Yeah.
But that you got to get after it, and what a great way to be able to do it with
all
a
great.
screenplay.
Yeah, don't you think? I think all the artists that I really respond to, whether they be filmmakers, musicians, actors. They put their stuff out there. Do you know what I mean? They dig
Absolutely.
deep and they say,
That's the point.
and they, you know,
and that is the actorly way. Is
yeah, we
don't
respond
just
to that
make
which
people
is
laugh.
most personal and most
Absolutely.
profound.
Absolutely.
And I'm all for making people laugh. I've got other projects.
do that too.
I've written another script that's maybe a little further
Indeed.
down the line. The next one's hopeful. It's
Very
still
good.
adult contemporary. but
Let's
there's
take a quick
comedy.
break.
Sure.
We got to let the advertisers do
Yeah.
their thing. We'll
Hey,
come back.
I
We'll
love
continue.
Patron's an advertiser.
Patron, thank you so much. It's delicious. Quick break. We'll be right back with more Mountain Views here on Park City Television right after this.